Hello everyone, my name is Latricia Maddox and here's my demographic presentation on Brooklyn, New York. Background information on my choice of zip code. I chose Brooklyn, New York because it's very familiar to me. I'm originally from Brooklyn. When I lived there about 15 years ago, it was a lower class neighborhood, or this is how I remembered it. Now Brooklyn is described to be an upper class neighborhood. I will explain further in this presentation. Here's a picture of the Brooklyn Bridge. I really thought this picture was neat. The way the city is lit up, and it's really a fast moving environment. Like the traffic never stops. It's always noise. And this picture it explains it very well. So basic demographic data on income range is that more than 35% of people make $150,000 and about 18% of individuals make 100K to 150K a month. About 19% of individuals make 35 to 50K. Less than 5% of people make 2,500 to 3,500 a month, and about 9% of people make 2,500 or more. That means that most of the people that reside in Brooklyn, New York make a good amount of money. I honestly believe that this was part of New York that had a lot of poverty. I was wrong. Some household composition demographics is a big portion of the household in Brooklyn, New York is filled with individuals with no children. Next to this is married couples with children. There's a substantial amount of individuals that are married with children, actually more than I thought. 3 and 2 persons households are the smallest groups living in Brooklyn. There's also a big portion of individuals that are not married and single that have no children. They are categorized as other with no children. Some population by age that I read upon was almost 25% of the population in Brooklyn is between the ages of 21 and 34. Almost 20% of the population is between the ages of 35 and 44. These two age groups fill more than half of the population of Brooklyn, New York. About 13% of the population is filled with children between the ages of 0 and 9. About 9% is between the ages of 10 and 20. And about 34% of individuals are between the ages of 45 to 65. Race and ethnicity in the Hispanic and non-Hispanic area, there is over 80% non-Hispanic in Brooklyn, New York. On the other hand, there is over 70% of white people in New York. There is also another surprise to me. I honestly thought there were more African American and Hispanics in Brooklyn than white individuals. The population is 67,967 just in this area of New York. The median age is 37.1 and the median income is 109,200 a month. Here's a busy Brooklyn street. This is a good picture also. When I went to visit a couple of years back, this is exactly what it looked like. Like really busy. This is a snowy time, as you can tell with the snow on the streets. And if you've never been there, the buildings are stuck together and they have really tall buildings in the city. Power couples in Brooklyn, New York. The power couples consist of mostly upscale older individuals that have no kids. This age range from 45 to 65-year-old. These individuals hold mostly management jobs and are college educated. These individuals have invested their money in different stocks and mutual funds and retirement funds. These individuals have options. Wealthy middle age, mostly with kids. They range between 25 and 44 years of age, and they're mostly white and Asian households who also own mutual funds. Typically, these individuals have college degrees and management jobs. These individuals are active and sophisticated midlife and high life, enjoy attending museum and dance performances. They also own mutual funds, stocks, stock options, and saving bonds at high prices. They also have options. Here are some of the houses that a lot of the upper middle class men, upper middle class individuals own. Their houses, they're stuck together. I think they're called like brownstones or something like that. My grandma owns one actually, and this looks like a house that I used to stay in. With the yard in the front, it's a yard in the back. like a backyard with fences that like separates all of them. And these houses typically can hold two families. Uh, I believe it's like my grandmother's house. It has 3 bedrooms, a living room, and a den, and a kitchen downstairs and upstairs. And then it's a 1 bedroom apartment up like the third floor is a 1 bedroom apartment. It also has a basement. In my opinion, Brooklyn, New York consists of upper middle class individuals. They are mostly white and Asian. They mostly are married and have children and college degrees. They own and invest in stocks and bonds and saving bonds. There are also a big majority of single college graduate individuals that's between the ages of 25 and 36. I did not expect the result of my search. I thought Brooklyn consisted of poverty and was filled with all races. The majority is white and Asian individuals. I assumed this by examining the age, race, and ethnicity and income of the individuals that stay in Brooklyn, New York. Thank you.